Okay. All right, we should be going. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us this Tuesday. We had beautiful weather where I am. Hey, Gigi. If you guys haven't already done so, can you go ahead and make sure you mute yourselves in the bottom left corner of your screen? Okay, and then I'm gonna leave chat off for just a moment. We'll do some question and answers at the end. So if you guys don't know me, I'm Megan. I am the founder of Team Power to Purpose on the same upline as Leanna. And Leanna, I'll let you introduce yourself, then I'll get going.
I muted myself, so I had to unmute myself there. But yeah, I'm Leanna, and I am the founder of Team Wholehearted. And yeah, Carly's my coach as well. But Megan and I always team up for our team calls and stuff. We're success partners, so it just makes things easier and more fun when we do it together.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So I'm going to jump right into it because I know we kind of get pressed for time with these, especially towards the end. So if you guys have questions, just type them in the chat and we'll go over some questions later. But I'm going to talk about the importance of setting business hours to kind of help you with your time management and take you guys through a little bit of kind of an activity or an interactive call. For just a few moments. So make sure you have pen and paper ready. It shouldn't take too long. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about free groups and show you guys what those could look like, some ideas for those and kind of why they're important, and then pass it off to Leanna, who's going to talk about how to run like the best challenge group ever because she's incredible. So first and foremost, it's the first of the month, which is super exciting, like that this call falls on the first of the month. It gives us plenty of time to hit those business goals that we're working for. Always my goal is Success Club 5 by the 5th, 10 by the 10th. And that starts now. That started actually like a week ago, making sure that you're constantly sharing your journey on your social media platforms, reverse engineering your goals, and inviting every single day is what it comes down to. Having conversations with people, connecting with people, sharing your story, and inviting them. And so that happens consistently when you have those business hours set. Now, as ideally as it may be to work the same hours every single day, that's probably not realistic. But what's important is that you guys plan for your business hours, just like you would plan your meals, just like you would plan your workouts, and finding the time in the day to do the vital behaviors, do the little things every single day that will show growth in this business. And so we're going to just kind of hit the ground running. I don't want to say hate. I don't like that word. It's really strong. But when I hear people say, like, I don't have time to work this business, it really, really kind of grinds me, if that's a phrase, because we all have time. There's always time in your day. It's just you have to find the time and you have to be productive with your time. And so, I personally, if you don't know, I am a full-time teacher outside of health coaching, and I also coach sports at my school. So I just actually last week finished a season of about 12 to 15-hour days every single day, and was able to still do kind of those minimum things I need to do to get my power hours in every single day. So what I want you guys to do in just a moment is we're going to take a look at Wednesday through Friday this week for you specifically. So I'm going to ask you to take a glimpse into the rest of this week, starting from when you wake up, so whatever time your alarm is set, until when you go to bed tomorrow. And I want you to block out, even if it's just on kind of a blank sheet of paper, just write out, okay, Wednesday, when are you going to wake up? When do you have certain commitments throughout the day that you need to give your full undivided attention to? So we're going to take just maybe 2 minutes and kind of write down what you have going on tomorrow only, and then we can repeat it for Thursday and Friday. Starting with when you wake up, what do you have to do tomorrow? Where do you have to be? Where do you have to be fully present? And we're going to find those pockets of time that maybe you are unaware of and talk about how you can best utilize those. So it's 8:14 now. At 8:16, I'll hop back on, call you guys your attention. 1, 2, 3, ads on me. And we'll go from there. So right now, think about your day tomorrow. What do you have going on? And jot it down. All right, so it is 8:16. Hopefully that gave you just a little bit of time to kind of go through your day. So for example, I'll show you guys mine real quick. So this is me tomorrow. I get up at 5:30 and I don't have to start getting ready for work until 6:30. I know it's backwards, but so that's my time for those are my committed business hours that I have Monday through Friday every single day. I get up at 5:30 and by the time I make coffee, I've got a solid 45 minutes where I'm working on my business, doing my invites and everything. Talk about that in a second. Then I got to get ready for work. I got to head to work. And tomorrow I'm in the classroom from essentially 7:30 until 1 with a little 45-minute lunch break, which I snuck in there. And then I have one last class from 12 to 1. And then my planning period for me is tomorrow from 1 to 2:30. Now, I do have work I have to get done then, but that's not a time that needs like my full attention like teaching does. And I know there are other jobs where, there are times where you need your full attention. You need to be working on something for a solid hour or two, but maybe you can get a 30-minute break in there where, maybe you just usually scroll through emails or something. We can better utilize that time. And then tomorrow I have my end of season party for my team from 2:30 to 5:30. Then I'm working our varsity senior night from 5:30 to 7:30, and I'll get home probably around 8 or 8:30. And then the rest of the evening is kind of a question mark. But what I wanted you guys to recognize and find in your schedule are these little pockets of time. Maybe you can get up 15, 20 minutes earlier and send out 10 minutes worth of new conversations before you get ready for work. I have a 45-minute lunch break, and I don't need 45 minutes to eat. I usually spend about 15, 20 minutes heating up my lunch, eating, taking a mental break, and then I've got another 15 minutes there where I can respond to some emails or send some invitations to my coach sneak peek or something. And then this solid chunk of time here for me, depending on my schedule, if I'm required to stay at school later, then maybe I'll utilize some of that time. I usually get my workout in here during my planning period or after school sometimes. So, I'm confident that every single one of us has those pockets of time. And maybe you didn't recognize them, or maybe, you don't see them unless you write them out, but that's what I need to do every single week to make sure that I have the time I need to do those vital behaviors. And so if we have time, I think at the end maybe we'll do Thursday and Friday as well. But in those pockets of time, it's really, really important that you prioritize what you're doing. And our goal is to help people as health coaches, as virtual health coaches. We are here to help people on this journey, which means we have to talk to people and we have to invite them to join us. By not inviting them, I say it all the time, we're doing a disservice to them because we're here because we have found success in these programs in this community. And so we have to share with other people. So the, priorities or things to make sure you do, even if you only have 15 minutes 4 times throughout the day, that's an hour. like that is your power hour. And so find a time to break that up into your vital behaviors. So, starting those new conversations, those are kind of the first thing I do in the morning. It's not my kind of favorite thing to do, but I know how important it is. So sending those messages, to my new contacts, to, starting that new connection. If I don't have, say, new contacts or new followers to message right away, that's when I'll spend some time finding them or connecting with people, going to the explore page, searching some hashtags, finding people who I think would vibe really well with my team and the girls in our groups. So 15 minutes of starting those new conversations, 15 minutes of inviting. And it doesn't always have to be inviting to your challenge group. It can be inviting to a sneak peek. It can be inviting to a challenge group prep party. It can be inviting to a free group or a clean week or, whatever you have going on, but building that relationship, building that trust with somebody. Then, one of those 15 minutes could be checking into our current accountability group, emailing your current clients and customers, checking in with them. And then lastly, like the last thing you want to do is kind of check your coach online office, your coach page, your team page, checking with your groups there for some important information. You always want to stay up to date on that, but that's not the priority for growing your business and, helping people with your goals. So that was kind of the first snippet of stuff I wanted to share, just to show you guys that those times are there. So I'm hoping that you found a few pockets of time in your day tomorrow that maybe you weren't sure you were aware that you had. And then what I'm going to do now is kind of show you guys, I'm going to share my screen with you, if I can figure that out, and show you guys what free groups can look like. Because when we say inviting, like I feel like there's a lot of pressure to always invite, like, join my next challenge group, and it doesn't have to be like that. Inviting is just saying, hey, I found this awesome community and I want to share it with you. And that can take on many different ways, that's what I'm looking for. It can look very differently. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys and just show you an example of like some old free groups and just get rid of all these tabs. I'm the worst with keeping tabs open. I've got probably 50 open on my computer right now. Alrighty. So let's see, share my screen with you. I want to show you this one. Okay, can you guys see my screen? Yeah, okay. So this is one of my go-to free groups, is pretty much a plant-based eating group, a vegan eating group. And within this group, this is from, oh goodness, when is this from? November 2017. And so, posting quotes, getting a lot of engagement here, people asking questions, turkey alternative. We share ways to find plant-based meals. It was right around Thanksgiving time. I shared my meal prep with them. I went live sharing my meal prep with them, apparently. Talking about, common misconceptions with the plant-based diet, just sharing information. And I always include, at least with this type of group, some of my favorite meals. So I put together on Canva a little PDF of kind of some of my go-to vegan meals. And I just shared it with them with some pictures. It was super simple to make. If you guys haven't been on Canva, definitely recommend it. So I just share all this information with them and it gets people engaged, people talking about it. Another one that you can do, I think this is one, I don't think I hosted this one, but I was part of it. I was like a fly on the wall. You can see Carly and Leanna in there. And this is a yoga group. And so they're sharing meditations. You can share videos from YouTube. You can share, let me scroll down a little bit more, videos. You could take them through postures if that's something you're into, ways to create yoga on your daily life. This one is from April. This is from a year ago. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, over a year ago. Yoga with your husband. All of these things that you can share to get people engaged and working on just something that you both enjoy or you all enjoy. And then the last one I pulled up, it's kind of in my way there. Actually, I'll show you guys two more. Clean Week. Beachbody is incredible and has this Clean Week program for us. where everything's laid out for you. People can sign up to get the Clean Week workouts. They can do the free trial of Beachbody on demand. And there's an outline for Clean Week for you. And it comes with videos with their Shakeology recipes. They're like quick 1 or 2 minute videos, sharing them, checking in. It's kind of like a mini challenge group. So definitely utilize everything that's out there for us to help us grow this community and share our love for health and fitness. And then one last one that I like to do a lot, but it really just connects with me and kind of the teaching side of everything, is a healthy back to school group or healthy teachers, or I'll probably do one this month, like healthy finishing out the school year strong. I'll come up with something a little more catchy than that, but I'm not super creative, but it's super simple. It's super easy. It shouldn't be stressful. That's a big thing about free groups, is they should be fun. Pair up with somebody else, pair up with another coach who, is, sorry, Lena, I'm hovering over your name, into something that you might be into, something that you can connect with. This was a really big group for me because it was leaving the summer, and it's like, as a teacher, it's like, oh gosh, I gotta go back to school, getting back into the routine, not looking forward to it. And I found this quote, and it's just like, it's super simple, super easy, and it's a lot of fun. So highly encourage you guys, as you're starting this month off, to think about, okay, when can you host 1 or 2 free groups this week? And they don't have to be week-long groups. I think some of my vegan meal prep groups were Friday through Sunday. And I would just take them through planning my meals. I'd share a lot of my favorite recipes, and I'd do a live video of my meal prep. Really, really simple. And, it's just a lot of fun. And it's just, that goes hand in hand with the inviting and your business hours. You have to know when you're hosting those groups. So when you invite people to them, you can say, hey, we're starting on May 7th or something like that. And then you can get those going. So I'm going to pass it off to Leanna. She's going to talk about challenge groups specifically. And do any questions at the end then.
Yay. That was awesome, Megan. So helpful. Some of those groups are so old. I was like, oh, I don't even want to look at them. But it's fine. You got to start somewhere. And it's so much fun to just start with free groups that you love. So that was all good. Sorry, it's getting a little bit dark, but I think you guys can see me. So I'm just going to talk about challenge groups first off, because they're so important and so huge in our businesses as coaches. We always say, the quote is that it's the bread and butter of our businesses, because as coaches, what are we doing? We're helping people live healthier, happier lives by guiding them, supporting them in these fitness support groups and accountability groups and boot camps, whatever you want to call them. But if you aren't running a challenge group that's actually doing that and helping people get healthier and happier and get results, then where's your business? I always have a goal of get my girls bomb ass results. That's what I always say to myself, because I really want them to be happier and healthier in their bodies. Because the other cool thing, when they get healthier and happier in their bodies, it's natural to want to push that forward and share that with other people. That's why I originally became a coach. I know that's why so many of you guys probably became coaches. So even if you're just here for the discount as a coach, or you're here as a coach to start helping other coaches, it's always kind of good to be thinking about, in these challenge groups, how can I be a coach? How can I step up? How can I lead? How can I set an example? So some of the ways I'm just going to list off to do that. I started this past month with Megan, we started a new kind of ongoing challenge group. So that was a cool experiment to try, because before that we had always done individual groups and 30-day groups or 21-day groups, very take everybody and put them in this group, and then this group's done, closed, and start a new group and put everybody in this new group, but it gets confusing. So the cool thing about coaching is we can do it whatever way we freaking want to. We are the CEOs of our own businesses. So we kind of decided, Megan and I both had heard from other coaches, we didn't really like the way that it was creating so many different groups, and people were kind of getting lost in the mix and transition periods from group to group. So we just wanted to start something new. And as the CEOs of our own businesses, we can do that. So if you I want to encourage you guys, if you're running a challenge group, or if you're trying to run a challenge group, you're planning on running one, and you don't like how something's working, or you don't like how you feel like you have to do something, don't like get discouraged about it. Just change it. Like find a way that works better for you. I always say like make it fun, get creative, and like work with other people, because if you're not having fun as a coach, like running your challenge group, then the people in your groups are probably not going to have fun either. And that's something I had to like really do a gut check with myself last month, because I wasn't really having fun anymore in my challenge groups. Like I knew this stuff was awesome. I knew this is all life changing, and like I know the truth, but like I wasn't feeling it. And so that's when everything started changing, when I decided like I need to make this fun for myself, because if I'm like not loving it, then like nobody else is gonna love it. So that's why like this whole month has been awesome, changing the group up a little bit. And I've also forced myself to step up and take like specific time in my day. And this goes back to like what Megan said, set intentional time to check into your challenge group. I know like it can be stressful sometimes when you don't have a lot of time as a coach, but you need to set like a time to at least like post in the group once throughout the day, whether you're doing the daily post or whether you're just like posting your sweaty selfie or whatever it is. And then also another time, and you can also like do all of this in one time period, but another time to check in with like your people, with the girls that you're invited to the group, the girls that you're leading and guiding, to just interact with them, like create community. Like that's what these groups are about. And that's what I was losing. And like, that's why I wasn't really finding the joy in the groups anymore and in leading them, was because I wasn't even engaging in the community. Like I wasn't being a part of it. So it's like, if you want to get something out of a community, you have to like put your time and heart and invest into that community. So that was kind of like gut check moment for me after doing this for like a year. I just realized, oh, like I'm just going through the motions. I need to change this up. So make it fun by like adding the fun yourself, get creative. Like I said before, like if you are doing something and you don't like how it's going or you're like not enjoying it, like get creative, find a new way to do it. And then the other thing was work with other coaches. So if you like don't really know a lot of coaches in the team, like maybe you're new to the team, then hosting a group with another coach is like the best way to make another coach friend. Like Megan and I think the reason we started working together was originally just because we were hosting groups together, and I was like, oh, who's this other like cool coach that's like running these groups? And then I think eventually we just started realizing we were in the same place in our businesses, so we might as well like start hosting groups together, just to make it more fun, because it's always more fun to do things with people. Like if you're running a group by yourself and you're hosting everything by yourself, I was doing that for like months and months and months, and just trying to like kind of trudge ahead and lead ahead, and it was just not like that fun. So it's cool to always have like a partner in this. So with that, like don't be afraid to ever post in like my team. I know in Megan's team, you could like literally just throw it out there in the post and be like, hey, I want to run a challenge group, but I need a friend, or I need someone to do it with me, or hey, I want to be a part of someone's challenge group. Is anybody running them? Hey, I want to help lead. Or even going to our upline coaches team page, Carly's team page, Team Root Your Eyes. If you do the same thing, like in there, just post and say, hey guys, like I need help, or I want to run a group, or who wants to run a group with me? That's always so much fun. And then the last thing is to be you. And this kind of goes back to like everything what I just said. When you're running these groups, like you don't want to necessarily run them in the format everybody tells you to, just because like they're telling you to. Like do it if that's what feels good for you. So a good example of this actually comes to this group we just this past month ran. We like named it something fun. We named it the Fit and Full Project, because there was like a meaning behind that like felt, like it was meaningful to both of us. I know Carly named her challenge group, the ongoing one, the Yogi Project, or the Balance Yogi Project, because she wanted to like encourage mostly yogis. And I know like other girls lately, other coaches in the network I've just been hearing about are doing this a lot, like just really customizing their groups. So like don't feel pressured to have to do that. If you're like, I don't know what to do, like I don't know how to customize it, but like don't limit yourself as well. Like try to get a little creative, like be you. Don't be afraid of adding your flair and your spin. Like if you want to do a specific challenge in your challenge group, or if you want to talk specifically about nutrition or self-love or like whatever like makes your heart happy and your soul like fired up, then like do that, because that's what's going to bring you the joy and help you like enjoy this process. Really quick, sorry, I'm just going to turn my light on here because I feel like it's really dark in here. Okay, hopefully that helps. Maybe I'll just set this here. Okay, sorry about all that. Okay, so that's challenge groups. I want to make sure I didn't miss any. Oh, another thing about challenge groups is really important to work smarter and not harder. So that goes back to what Megan said. With challenge groups, like it's super easy. When I first started out as a coach, I was posting like I don't even know. I think I was posting every single day, like leading all by myself. And I would create the post that morning and I would be stressed out and like overwhelmed, have to post every single day. And what I realized is like there are coaches that have gone before all of us that like have created templates for their challenge groups. So like there's like a 21-day fix challenge group template. There's like other challenge group templates like on Beachbody's website. But why would you like work so hard and like take all this time? Like if we're all coaching and doing other things, like Megan was saying, like we need to prioritize our time. So really like working smarter is by asking another coach or using like your upline coaches probably have a template. So using like one of our templates to run your challenge group. And you can literally just copy and paste. You can literally like go into Pinterest and like use a graphic in there. There's just like so many ways to kind of like repurpose everything. So never be afraid to ask your upline coach like to use theirs. I think ours is in our team page somewhere in there in the file section. And then along with that, what else? Oh, and with using a template, just wanted to mention, make sure to like put it in your own words. So like I use Carly's template a lot of times if I'm like really stressed and busy, but sometimes on her post it'll say something very specific. And so like if I didn't like want to say I was talking to my mom about this, like maybe I was probably talking to Chad or like someone else in my family about something, then I'll just kind of like alter it, obviously, because I don't want to just say that like I was doing something I wasn't. So let's see, I think that's almost everything. Trying to hurry as much as possible because I know
we're under 9 minutes you left.
Yes, we have 8 minutes left. Oh yeah, just one more thing. So really, honestly, when you start running really good challenge groups, and once you kind of like get in a rhythm and you get a feel for it, which will take like a few times, it's really exciting and like nerve-wracking at first, but like you'll get used to it and you can always host them with other people. But once you do, that's like when things start falling into place in your business, because you get in this rhythm and you're like, okay, I have a group, I know where people are going, I know how to help them, I know that I can get them amazing results. And like with that, which is like so cool too, once people get those like bomb ass results, like they will want to help other people. I know I said this at the beginning, but like they'll want to become coaches, and then you can like expand this gift and like share this opportunity of health and fitness with so many other people. So that's like really the goal, is like to share with as many people as possible. And then it'll also help you stay accountable, like getting in the trenches, like doing all this, having fun. Like it's going to be the best thing for your journey and like for everyone else. So yeah, I think that's everything I had. So many things all over the place. So does anybody have any questions? We can open up for questions if you want. You can type them into the little chat box, or you can unmute yourself and just talk.
So Gigi, Leanne and I were actually just talking about that today, because this is the first time we've done it. We're going to create themed days. So like Motivation Monday or Tasty Tuesday or Work It Wednesday, just to keep people engaged. I love like your plank challenge that you've been doing. Like that's totally something we would probably do on one of our days, where it's like the first person to comment does like a 10-second plank, and then the second person does a 20-second plank, and the third person does a 30-second plank. And so for their check-in for that day, so like kind of stuff like that with engagement between challenges, and just keep it kind of just more of a, because of, I think after 80 Day Obsession came out, people are kind of not always doing the same program to start. I think also led to this decision too.
That was so fun. Whoever did the plank challenge in one group, we were all in. That was like the best thing in the world.
You guys have any other questions about anything? It doesn't have to be related to challenge groups, but you've got us for about 6 more minutes. So if you have any questions on anything coaching related or life, I don't know. You can either type it or unmute yourself and just ask.
Okay, I have a question. So obviously I'm really new, but when I was on vacation, Jordan drank a couple scoops of my Shakeology, right? And he really likes it now. And he asked a question is it like too early if he would like sign up under me so he can get like a monthly subscription of it too? Or should I just buy 2 bags since we live together? Like what's the best way to do that?
So he can sign up under you as a coach and like get the coach discount. That's probably like the best way to go about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it too early to do that?
No, you can totally do that like from day 1.
Okay.
Yay.
Yeah, definitely do that. I kind of had the same experience with my boyfriend where he was drinking my Shakeology, and I was like,
I know.
Like, oh, you're going to get your own bag. And unfortunately now, like, coaching covers it for us both, like, every single month, so not particular.
That was my only question.
Are you all doing a To Be Mindset group? Or are you purchasing that program, or like what's your plan for that?
So I am going to post about it, and if there's interest in potential customers who want to do it, I will be working with them through it, and depending how many I get, I would do a group. If I only have 1 or 2 people who would want to try it, like I'll go through it with them. If like within our teams we get enough people, I think it'd be worth doing a group for.
Okay.
Add anything to that?
Yeah, we just talked about this today too. I definitely want to do it. Like, I'm so excited for it. I'm such a nutrition nerd, but I posted about it the other day, and I've had a lot of like inquiries, but I don't know if like new people want to do it, because I feel like new girls, it's really important to get them into the fitness routine. Because honestly, that was the like easiest thing for me to start when I first started. Like, the nutrition was hard for me. Like, workouts were easy. So I don't know, like, I think it would be more beneficial for people who've already done a program, like once through at least, or something like that. But I'd be willing to like hop on a separate group, like with other coaches. I just don't know if I want to like lead my own all by myself if I have like 2 people.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of like. I have somebody who said that they didn't want the fitness part of Beachbody. They just wanted the nutrition because they like weren't ready to do the fitness. But I'm like, one person, it's not really enough to.
There will definitely be coaches, if not us, in Team Root to Rise who are doing it as well. So I'll definitely try and keep an eye out for that for you. I'm going to do it myself and talk about it and see if I can get customers interested in it.
Okay.
And if so, we'll run one as a team for sure.
Yeah, like if you have somebody else who's interested in it, definitely like get them signed up and try it out, because who knows, like they might absolutely love it and then come back for the workouts.
Okay.
Yay. I'm so excited about it. Like, I'm freaking out.
There's so many fun things coming this summer. Between that and the Lift program and Summit coming up, it's going to be awesome.
Chad watched like the video at Super Saturday with all of us coaches about the new Lift program or whatever. He was like, I think I could do that. I was like, yeah.
I'm trying to get Ryan to do it with me, because I'm like, it's only 4 days a week.
Yes. Such a struggle.
Can I ask a question about the Miracle Mornings? Is that only on Monday mornings, or is it every morning?
Every morning. Monday through Friday, sometimes Saturdays.
Okay. For some reason, I was able to log on to the one on Monday, but I've been having trouble like with the link. And Carly said I could just message her, but I was just having trouble with the link, so I'm not sure like why that would be happening, but it says it's like out of time, even though it's within the time. That is there like a max number of people that can?
I don't think so. Mine said that once, but just today I went to the event that was yesterday and I just used that same link and it worked again. So.
Okay.
I always go to the most recent Team Fight to Finish team call and click on that link. Actually, I don't use the one that's posted in the page. I don't know if that would be any better or worse. That's what I do when I get on them. But yeah, I'm not
so
sure.
So you go to Team, oh, sorry.
I go to Team Fight to Finish because they use Jamie Innes's link. But I'm sure that's posted in Team Rise as well. That's just like the way that I learned how to do it when they first started it, and that's just what I always do. I go to Team Fight to Finish, and I look for, so like last night's team call, but that was a search, so it would have been different. But usually the link that she uses for the team call, it's every Monday, is the same link for the Zoom. It's her personal one.
Are we about to end?
Yes, we have less than a minute. So yeah, Gigi, we'll get that figured out for you.
Okay,
well, thanks for hopping on, guys.
Have a great
All right, thank you.
And if you're not doing the Miracle Morning, you should join us next time.
All right, I'm going to end it and post the recording.
Bye.
Bye.